everyone, it's Marissa, aka Celeste Orchid, and as you can tell, I'm wearing my D.VA cosplay. I love D.VA. I think she's such a fun champion to play as. Champion? She's such a fun character to play as, and I just love her white rabbit skin, hence why I cosplayed the white rabbit skin, and my hair matches it. So this is just a fun makeup and cosplay tutorial of how you can be your own D.VA. Obviously, I don't have bangs, so I made my own bangs. So without further ado, nerf this! So let's start with a nice clean face. Just don't smush it with your hands just yet. My primer of choice is Smashbox Photo Finish, so wipe that all over your face and every crevice that you have on your face. And I'm just using my hands to save sponges because I'm a cheapie. Make sure to tweeze your eyebrows of any stray hairs or tweeze any of your mustache hairs because ain't got time for that. You don't want any of that to show up and you don't want to look hairy. And just like me, I'm not. Next, use your foundation. I'm using Kat Von D's Locket in my own shade, not really my own. And we're using a makeup sponge to apply this because now this is an actual product. We want to use a sponge and keep bacteria mainly off of our face. Now we're going to use Kat Von D's concealer, and this is close to my own personal shade, so use your own. Now put it underneath your eye bag area because that's where a lot of us have dark circles or wrinkles starting to form there. And make sure to cover up any acne spots or any dark areas such as your mustache area or extra eye parts. Mine are pretty dark right now, I don't know why. And like I said, if you have any extra acne or dark spots, cover that. Use that same makeup sponge from the foundation and start sponging and blending it into your skin so it looks natural and everything is hidden. Next, we are using Too Faced Sweetheart Blush. Make sure to put it on the apples of your cheeks, nice and lightly. It's going to get covered up later, but it doesn't hurt to have that. A little bit of blood never hurts anyone. Next, we're using Anastasia Glow Kit, and we are going to be using white sand. We're going to be using the white sand with the nice little brush, and it's going to be on your cheekbones above where you put the blush. Do that on both sides so you can blind your enemies when you're nerfing them. That doesn't make sense. I never said I did make sense. Alright, anyways, now we're going to use Mineral Veil from Bare Minerals. This is basically your setting powder. And now I'm just going to cover my entire face in this and just go ahead and set it all in. That way nothing gets messed up. Now I'm using Urban Decay Urban Spectrum eyeshadow palette as used in my previous makeup tutorials. It's one of my favorite palettes in the world. It's amazing how I still have it. So anyways, we are going to be using Daybreak and we're going to be covering that all over the lid. Now you can use any kind of brush or any like applicator pad if you want. I'm just using a regular eyeshadow brush. And you're going to cover your whole eyelid in this. So this is basically your base. And go ahead and do it to both of your eyes. And I also did apply this to my lower lash line as well, just to give it a little bit of dimension and color. Next, we are going to go in with this next color called Backlash. It's a bright pink, and we're only going to do this on the eyelid. We're not covering all of it, and you can go very light or you can go very hard. But for me, I did like a little bit of a medium, so it does stand out, but it's not as strong as like how I do my Chun-Li. And if you guys are interested, just let me know if you want to see that. So anyways, go ahead and put that on close to your lash line and on your eyelid, just like that. Now we are going to be using the color West, and that is the bottom dark brown. That's going to be at the edge of your eye and just there, nowhere else on your eyelid. And I put it a little bit on my lower lash line just to give it a more dimension and it stands out. It might get covered a little bit with like eyeliner, but it's okay. And then make sure to blend it slightly. We still want it to have a nice deep crease there at the edges. I said blend it! Good job, Marissa. You did it. Now I'm going to go back in with West, and I'm going to go ahead and just use that as my eyebrow powder. I do have eyebrow powder, but it's like I already have a brush right here with brown eyebrow powder, and it looks okay. So we're just going to fill that in into our eyebrows. My eyebrows are pretty thin as is, or like they have really long hairs, so I had to make sure that I comb them afterwards. Now I'm using a liquid liner that is one of my favorites. You've seen this in my previous videos. This is from Daiso, Japan, and it's the Santee line. I really like this. Or is it called Sante? Don't do that! Okay. So now draw on your eyeliner very slowly and carefully, and not a big cat eye. I'm already Asian, but if you're like not Asian or something, you can make it more dramatic if you want. But for this tutorial, I'm going very basic with the cat eye, and it's very small. And make sure to do underneath your eye. The few times that I did cosplay D.Va, I didn't do my under eye, and I regretted it, so it looked weird. So make sure you do both the top and the bottom, and a baby cat eye, just a little, not too much. Can you see? There's a difference. With, without, with, and baby cat eye. I just wanted to show you guys, if you are using liquid liner, careful not to blink too quickly because you'll end up staining your eyelid. So just go ahead and wipe that off. You can use a Q-tip or your finger. I recommend Q-tip. Don't do what I do. Or you do. You should. Alright, so that's both of my eyes with eyeliner now. Now we are going to be using eyelash primer. Eyelash primer by Lash Food. Lash Food is supposed to help your eyelashes grow and condition them. So this is what it looks like. It's just like this little serum. And it actually coats it in like... Now we're going to be using Waterproof Better Than Sex Mascara. My most favorite mascara. And I have to say, if you don't own this, you need to go out there and get it because it really does make your eyelashes pop. If you see it right now, the eyelashes that I'm working on, it is like coming out on camera. It is really nice, and I'm not even zoomed in. So by all means, get this and use it on your top lashes, and if you have baby lashes on the bottom, use it there. My lipstick of choice is Mother from Kat Von D's Studded Collection. I went through a few different lipsticks and different variations, but this is the one that I think follows her natural look the most. My lips are stained, so this is not the real color that it's supposed to be. I tried getting it off, but I ended up just covering more and more of the lipsticks and lip glosses that I put on. So that's what happened. And can I say, this lipstick was a combination of orange, nude, and like pinks, and I accidentally put on like some dark reds. But this is what the color looks like. I highly recommend it. Now, I do recommend using your like a red lipstick, and this one's Stiletto from Kat Von D. And like you want to paint your face in the little triangles. I used concealer first to outline it, but I went back and it didn't really matter. So now just take your time with like an edge brush and start painting on your lipstick. Why I'm not using body paint? Because lipstick is right here and I don't own red body paint. So start painting on a little triangle. If you see how it is, it's better to add more than to not have it at all. So you can adjust where necessary and filling it in. So I'm making a mark there with the full lipstick. I'm just going to start spreading that around with my makeup brush. And it's like kind of easy painting once it comes on your face. I'm not like a face painter, but this one is actually really therapeutic once you get it going. And make sure you try to make it symmetrical, so take your time. You don't want one triangle bigger than the other or very like small differences. And if you feel like your triangles aren't really straight, it's okay because you know your face is gonna smile and you're gonna have like little foldies or wrinkles popping into it, so don't be upset. When you're starting the second triangle, try to make sure that it's at like a diagonal pointing towards like the middle of your face, like the bridge of your nose. And then just go ahead and start filling that in. But I made those ones a little bit smaller, and that's because in the actual image, I don't have the same face structure, but do what suits you. So if you have like a rounder face, maybe make it wider versus mine being smaller since I have like more of a like heart. No, I don't really have a heart face. I have like an oval face and it's not really round, but yeah, you get what I mean, I hope. So go ahead and fill in that second triangle and you should be there. Now if you mess up, take out that concealer from like step 3 and just go ahead and start painting. Because I started my other side of the face, it definitely did not go as planned because it was just too big. And so in order for me to take away and not mess up my makeup that I did underneath, I just added concealer. So shh, don't tell anyone my secret. Wait, I'm telling you guys my secret. This way, if you do mess up and you still have like a really good triangle, it's just a little bit too wide, you can get away with just using concealer and then slightly blending it in. Just make sure you cake that on, like put the icing all over, just like how I'm doing. Ta-da! Looks like a butterfly or something. Now after I started putting in the fourth triangle, or the triangle on the other side, like it really made a difference with that concealer and having like the bright pink red next to it. Again, this lipstick that I'm using is Stiletto, so that's how you know. In order for me to make sure that it's the same side, like and even, I actually used my lipstick brush and just made sure that it didn't go up and down, or like it wasn't like misaligned. So that's an easy, quick way for me to do it. And that is how I did it. And if you want, go ahead and add some fake lashes, because I know I added fake lashes in here somewhere. I think I gotta find it. Back to you, Marissa. I know that my hair isn't exactly D.VA's, but this is just an alternative if you don't have time for a wig. My hair really matches how the suit looks. This is White Rabbit D.VA. Voiceover Marissa is back, and we are taking our hair out of our ponytail and braidedness. And look, it's all messy now because it was braided, and that's not what we want because our hair's not messy. So brush it out, make sure it's nice and, you know, just flowing. You want it to be very animated and funness. Take a section of the hair that you want to be your bangs and start to drape it over your forehead slowly. Brush it out a few more times and get to a nice comfortable spot because it's going to be hidden by your hair or the headphones that you have. Make sure you have hairpins and make sure it's like either white, brown, or black. So go ahead and open up a hairpin, grab that same section of hair and slowly slide it across just like your bad 5th grade teacher if it was a male with his comb over, and start pinning it to the other side of your hair. Slowly pull it down and drape it, and if you don't like how it looks, go ahead and take it out just like I did. There's no shame in redoing your bangs. So go ahead and grab a smaller section of your hair and start to slowly slide it across your forehead. Drape it a little, like let it hang a little bit more, and then pin it in place with the bobby pin. Use a few different bobby pins, that way it's more secure. And if it's not how you want to, go ahead and just take your time. I'm not using any hair products in this. And then slide it back, and if you need to adjust, just do it so tenderly. And that should be it. Oh, and if you need to, go ahead and make a new part. And ta-da, you now have new bangs. So cute, right? And make sure it's not inside your eyelashes because that's getting annoying. And that's how it is. Just fix it if necessary. And if you want, go ahead and hairspray it. But that's it. That's how you get nice, like, bangs from your normal hair. Now if you have a wig, go ahead and put your hair in a wig cap and make sure you brush out your wig. This is my wig that for Renoa and Gentiana because my hair is no longer the length. And it's just a nice little short brown blonde, like blunt bang wig, and that's what you can use for D.VA. Make sure to brush it out. It doesn't have to be super perfect because she's in the battlefield, but this is probably the best style that you should get. So something like that, maybe a little bit of tiny layers at the bottom, and just accordingly fix your bangs. And that is how it looks with some wigs. Ta-da! Like, don't like the bang look right now, and my hair looks like it's wild. I just came out of a match. Let's take a selfie. Oh, time to take a selfie. Selfie. Oh, you're still here. It's gonna be on my Instagram. Make sure to follow me on my social media.
That's a star performance. Love, D.VA.